Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, depending on what time you're watching this next episode from me, Avomance, on the Avomancia Peninsula. I am stood outside the barely constructed gate area of the Citadel, and if I turn myself around, you can see that's what it looks like out across, well, everything really, I guess. We've got so much to do out here. In fact, I'm looking forward to doing out here more than I'm looking forward to doing in there. In there is like a lot of digging and floors and stuffs and like building houses and things like that. Out here, this is like modelling the world. It's going to be brilliant. I'm really looking forward to that. But today we're not doing that. We're not doing that. These fields, see, these fields are like little baby fields. I've only put them in. I've put edges. I'm actually going to make these fields go right to the edge. Yes, doggy, I will. We're going to make these fields go right to the edge of the water. We're going to make a feature of the water. It's going to be... I've got things in my head. Well, no, not that sort of thing. We've got things in my head that I think are going to actually bring this all together on the outside. Then we can literally, once we've got it all built and lit and it's relatively speaking mob resistant, I'm going to open up the village over there completely. We're just going to open it up, let everybody run riot across the entirety of the whole thing. So what are you looking at? Across the entirety... Yeah, I said you. What are you looking at? Oi, yeah, that'll learn you. Right, and we're going to move... I'll eat that later. Smashing. Yum, yum. And we're going to... Basically, they can be like the vassals just wandering aimlessly across this area. And we'll stop them going past the wall over there, but the wall will become the new territory. And then maybe we'll go out beyond the wall. It's going to be brilliant. But anyway, enough of me, just my meandering mind, because we've got to come inside here. I've decided, and actually a lot of your comments have confirmed it, that this is just too much grey. We have got to do something about this. And as a result, I think we're going to have to lift up this... from here, I'm going to keep these roads as they are for now. I may change them, but from here, they got to change. We've got to take out this completely, I think, because as you come into a citadel, I think we need some kind of, like a market square. Do you think? It's like a big market square area that's not all these stone roads and stuff. It's got like, dirt tracks. And this was inspired, really, by this thing that we did. Oh, don't rain, you'll make it muddy. This is inspired by this, because I figured this is actually farmer and keeping is what the inside of a citadel is going to be looking like than all these stone roads. Now there will be stone roads, don't get me wrong. We're not going to get rid of stone roads completely. What have I got in here? I can't remember. Why have I got all those in shulkers? The mind boggles. Anyway, what we're going to do, I have got 2 diamond shovels and I'm not afraid to use them. We are going to take out this area here. I'm going to keep this area as grass, but from here on, you see this raised bit, we're going in that direction. I'm probably going to take this out as well, actually, because that's going to be in the way. I'm not going to take out the mansion. That can be like oversee the place, but all of this is coming out, and this is going to make me cry a little bit, because this is going to take hours. K1 said in his most recent AlphaCraft vid that I watched, his episode 4, he said it took hours, gallons of coffee, and a lot of good music. Well, you know what? I'm with you, brother. That is exactly what this is going to take as well. Remember to use Silk Touch. There you go. Then you can collect it. And as a result, you don't run out of glowstone, which you're in danger of doing if you keep smacking the glowstone with a not Silk Touch pick, for goodness sake. And we're going to take out all of this as well. Yes, the road is going. And as a result, we'll get ourselves a lovely big space and we can start to build what's... I mean, I've got market square in my head. That doesn't mean it's going to be a market square. It will be like a square area. But my guess, my gut, is that we're going to slap a market in it. Whether or not we do that in this episode, I've got no idea. You'll probably know by the thumbnail. Because if I have, the thumbnail will show it. But let's get this place digging out, shall we? I've got phantoms. I thought I'd slept. I've got phantoms. I've got phantoms. Yeah, I got that. Oi, oi! Where'd you come from? Oi, that's not fun. Yeah, I got you there, didn't I? You fancy an arrow in your face, my mate. How many of you are there? I've killed 4 of you already. Boom! There we go. Right, did I get... Oh, go away with the egg. I don't want the egg. Get the membrane. Where's the membrane? Give me the membrane. I want the membrane. Boom, I got the membrane. Actually, I'm going to hold my super pick here because that I'll take the experience and that will mend that up. So we're sort of coming along. I wasn't going to stop there, but the phantoms jumped on me. I'm going to have to go and sleep next night. But you can see we're starting to take this out. What I'm going to have to do as well is take out this too. Is that my... Right, that's a silk touch. That's the normal one. Right, so I'm going to have to take this out too because this is going to have to become dirt because you can't make something kind of dirt path unless it's made out of dirt, right? So we're going to be taking all of this out and then I'm going to be filling this up with dirt so as we've got a single level and it's going to look very flat to start with, but I've got what I'm going to have to do, I might have to go and plant some spruce trees just a little way out, big double spruce trees to get some podzol because I think I've only got about a stack of podzol left, which isn't going to be nearly enough for this. So just in fact I might go and do that now. Let me go and get some little spruce trees and some there we go, yeah, some little spruce trees and some bone meal, and I'm going to go and get myself some podzol. I've got my silk touch. Right, I'm just going to dump some of this stuff as well. Where are we? Come out. Right, so what have I got in here? Because I need to... These chests have got... Oh, that's ridiculous. That's just ridiculous. Why? Why, Avomance? Why? It's not like you can prank anybody. This is a solo server. For goodness sake. Right, so that's... I've got so many eggs. Just get rid of the eggs, man. For goodness sake. Right, these can all go in here. There, yeah, you can go in there as well. And I will go and get some sprucey stuff and go and plant some big spruce trees. And once I've got, I might as well collect this stuff here as well. Once I've got the big spruce trees, I'll cut them down and I'll have some spruce wood as well, which is always very nice. And should I just stop talking and get on with it? So for those of you that don't know how this works, if you put down, I don't know if it's going to work. There might not be enough space here. Let me give it a try. This might be too close to this big tree that I did a moment ago. So pop down 4 spruce saplings like that. I reckon this is going to be too close. And give it a... Oh, no, it works. There we go. And give it a little bit of bone meal. And what happens is the grass around it gets converted to podzol. And then you can obviously mine out this ridiculously large tree from the spruce. And you can mine out the podzol. Now, don't use a standard shovel, because all you're going to get is dirt. Okay, you need to use something with silk touch. Now, I don't have a shovel with silk touch, so I've got to use, rather frustratingly for many people, I suspect, a pick. But now I've got podzol, so silk touch required for collecting the podzol, and just 4 spruce tree saplings and a little bit of bone meal, and you get these big spruce trees. So I'm just going to crack on, collect myself up some extra podzol, and whilst I'm at it, a load more spruce, which is wonderful. And we'll get on with what's going on over there, seeing as this is a blatant break in me digging stuff out, because digging, he says, and he's digging stuff out again. But digging across there, I've done so much dirt digging and stuff, it's quite nice to come out and dig something else. You'll not believe what just happened. Well, if I look here, you probably will believe what just happened. I literally come up in my minecart. I've picked them up now. I've picked up the bits. I come up in my minecart and I got out of my minecart. I pressed the record button. And before I got the chance to press the record button, there was an explosion in my left ear. My ear is still ringing. And yes, I got creepered again. I've got to get this place lit up. How on earth? I'm surprised I got away with my life, frankly. For goodness sake. Unbelievable. Let's pop that there. And also I've got a cobblestone wall. Where's the cobblestone wall come from? Literally, it's because it was part of that, wasn't it? Oh, let's put that there for now. Oh, unbelievable. Right, so Mate Space, Hall of Heroes. Mate Space, Hall of Heroes. Not sure. Let's do Hall of Heroes first. If you want to jump this part, please feel free. Timestamp is in the description below, but do stick around because... No, close the door. Do stick around because there are some awesome people in this next section and it won't take long, I promise. No new members today, but a significant upgrade. Derek, you have got your red wall cube now, mate. 12 months as a member. You are absolute star. Derek, I'm fabulously pleased to hear about your positive news and how you've managed to get yourself back online. You are an absolute inspiration, dude. Thank you very much for continuing to support me during that period. You are a star. Right, so let's get ourselves into the Hall of Patrons. We are going to go downstairs now because the upstairs is full. We're going to go redstone first, I think. So we've got to go downstairs again, down to the corner to the More Heroes Hall. And we are coming in here. And we've got, next to below is Jim Duggar. Jim, really, really good to have you in the redstone team now, Jim. You're clad there in iron and you're looking fantastic. Thank you so much for the support. Charwo, thank you for joining the redstone ranks. You are clad in silver, right in the middle of this can. It is a pleasure to have you there. Scouse Mouser Ian, I said it the right way this time, Ian, ha. Good to see you on redstone. Upgrading from cobble, you're a star. Upgrades are allowed. People in cobble, upgrades are allowed. Alert. It is fabulous to have you in the redstone ranks. Thank you so much, my mate. And Rex Wharton, also an upgrade from cobble. Upgrades are allowed. It is fantastic to have you in the team. Looking fabulous in that iron. It is a real pleasure. Thank you so much for your support. Let's get ourselves around to the cobblestone hall now, the new cobblestone hall. Up we go. And I outpaced myself there. And if I come round to the corner here, just want to say, Connor, you were naked at the end of the last video. I'm ever so sorry. You've now got some armour on. I promised that I would. Sonic Ping, I owe you an apology. I thought I'd put you in 2 weeks ago and I didn't. You missed it and I apologise. As a result, I've put a double layer of iron armour on. You can't see it, obviously, and it wouldn't be fair if everybody else could see it, but trust me, you've got iron armour and also some iron underwear on that. So just because I forgot to put you on or I missed you. So thank you so much for supporting me. It is absolutely brilliant that you've chosen to do so. Shane Roberts, thank you, my mate. It is great to see you in iron atop a block of cobble. Thanks so much for joining the cobblestone ranks. I'm truly grateful. Brian Gilliland, really good to have you on the team there, mate. Brian, you're looking great in silver, right in the middle of the can. I hope your shoulders aren't aching too much. Grand Omni, you looking fabulous in iron atop this cobble. Thank you so much for joining the cobblestone team. It is brilliant to have you on board. And Grand Riri, which sounds very similar to Grand Omni, and they did join at the same time, more or less. I wonder if these guys either are a team or together or something like that. Do let me know in the comments. It'd be nice to know. Great to see you on the team, Grand Riri. Thank you so much for joining. I really appreciate your support. And finally, John Simmons. John, real pleasure to have you. You're in your own solo can at the moment, and maybe more people will join and you'll have some mates on this row here. But thank you so much for the support. I'm truly grateful. Let me come around. If you want to get involved with Patreon and get yourself one of these statues and a number of other benefits, all the details are on avomance.com. Please do feel free to go and have a look. We are getting dark now. I need to rush this a little bit. Have I got some food? Yeah, I do. Right, so I'm just going to eat my food. I need to get those hearts back. I have slept, so I shouldn't get phantomed. At least that's something, right? So if I get myself a sign, and we're going to go up to the Hall of Heroes now. So if I put my sign in the correct hand... I heard a fizz then. I thought it was another creeper, but it wasn't. It was a torch. So that's all right then. So we're coming all the way down. What episode are we now? I can't remember. At the end is episode 3 with Gary. Episode 3? Have we done 3 episodes? They're long episodes. Episode 83. Right, so episode 84 this time is getting longer, and today's person is incredibly active, not just on the various areas where you can comment and in Discord and things like that. This person is an absolute joy and they're a real fun chat as well. So we are putting it in. I've got to type this carefully. Now I read this as the randomly ginger, but there's a 1 instead of an R. So the one randomly ginger or the randomly ginger. I think the randomly ginger. Let's go with that. It is brilliant and well overdue, my friend, that you are in this mate's base now. I really, really should have put you in before, but it's a pleasure to be able to put you in now. No, Ginger, is that a multiple of Ginger? And I do need to, I need to check. Oh, thank goodness. I thought I didn't have any rockets for a minute then. I forgot to bring me rockets with me. I keep hearing these fizzes. Right, so, randomly Ginger, you know what it is. Start dancing. Start dancing. Yes. Oh, let's have a few more. Go on, why not? Brilliant. Thank you so much. Your support is amazing. I'm really, really grateful. Back over at the construction area. All I did was two. I just did two different trees. And I got, where's me thing? There we go. And I got, look, 2.5 stacks of podzol and over 2 stacks of spruce logs just from the 2 of those giant trees. Plus it dropped 37 saplings. It's a really, really good way. I'll tell you, spruce is awesome. I like spruce. It may be my new favourite wood, even though obviously oak is clearly my favourite wood. Anyway, shall we crack on? I've got a lot of digging to do. I've just had a sleep, so it is at morning time. The phantoms came for me again. But I think, you know what I've got to do? Never, ever gets old. I'm just going to look out this window actually because we might be able to see it better. You can see that I have, not all of the grass has grown back yet, but you can see that I've pretty much covered up most of that area. I wonder if I need to take a little bit more of that out actually. I'm going past it again. Yep, brilliant, I love it. Coming down and out of the building. I think I might need to put a door on this side, you know. Just so as I can access. I think it's likely that we'd have... Oh, I almost tripped over the dog then. It's likely that we'd have access there, isn't it? So, here we are. It is a big old area. I wonder if it might be big enough or not. But, yeah, I think it is. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to start putting some pathway blocks. Not as paths, but as kind of just random... blocks, I suppose you could say, just to break up the texture of this area. And then what I'm also going to do is, where's my podzol, is I'm going to take out other random blocks and whack some podzol in there as well, because what I want to try and achieve here is a relatively textured floor in a fairly large area. We're also going to need to get some gravel. I've not got any gravel, have I? No. Have I got any gravel in these chests, or I've got to go back to my other storage? No, they're eggs. Foolish man. What do I want eggs for? No gravel in there. So I'll grab some gravel as well. We're also going to do some other texture. Maybe I'll make up some coarse dirt too. That would probably be quite a good idea. And we're going to make this almost exclusively not grass. So actually, with hindsight, maybe I didn't want to fill this in with dirt. What am I thinking? Oh, what a wally. Right, okay, well, let's just carry on doing it. I'm just going to keep whacking out a few holes and putting pods. Oh, yes, I know I'm not using a shovel. I'm now frustrated that I didn't think and plan particularly well there and ended up putting dirt in and growing the grass back when I really, really did not mean to. Oh, I've also missed out to how horrible, how very, very horrible they are. So let's put a podzol in there and I'll leave that blank because we'll probably put something else in. Diamond shovel. So you get the feel, I think, and this entire area, I think, will then be a relatively well-walked space, because if it's all grass, you know, you have in parks, you have little signs that say do not walk on the grass. The reason for that is because if you walk on the grass, it all gets worn out, doesn't it? And it doesn't look like grass anymore. Well, here, this is constantly being walked on, and as a result, it's probably going to be quite muddy. So I'm just going to carry on doing this. I'll be back when I've finished it. So I'm coming up the castle because I want to get a decent bird's eye view of what I've actually done on that marketplace area. I've still not made the connection to that top level. I must come back and do this. You do half a job here, Avomance. Half a job, and then you walk away and do half of another job. Get a job finished, for goodness sake. Have I come out the right side? Yes, I have. Right, so that, don't fall, whatever you do, fella, that looks like a fairly decent sized market area. I've left just a little bit of grass in there, and I've put normal dirt in amongst the other coarse dirt and the you know, the various other bits, the gravel. I've also put some soul sand in there. I nicked the idea from the mod area in Quarrycraft, my free-to-play server, and they've done an amazing Wild West town in a mesa, and they've used a number of different textures, but including soul sand to get kind of that squidgy mud effect. They've not got any grass in theirs, and it just looks fantastic. But I've left a little bit of grass in mine just to give that little bit of spotting, if you like. Now, that's far too regular an area there, and it's going to need some trimming around, definitely. But ultimately, I reckon that's looking all right. I am down in the middle of this expanse. It's actually about the right size. I think I'm quite happy with it. You'll notice that we've got levitating lights at the moment. I need to do something about that, obviously, because the land was one dot high, but I'm leaving them in for the moment because they are providing light, which means that at least this area isn't going to creeper my face off, which is not something that I wanted. Anyway, I think that we've done a decent job of this one. If you have enjoyed that video, please do remember to slap that like button. It'd be great to know you're enjoying it, and I will keep on making them. Also, if you've not done it already, please do hit that subscribe button. It'd be great to see you in my sub club, and I look forward to seeing you in another video. You take it easy now. Bye.